Big E's Auto. I'm Big E. So we're working on the train wreck again today. I'm going to show you what we got going on here. I don't know if you can pick that up. Here where the clear coat peeled off from the masking, we're going to repair that. Okay. Plus the fact it doesn't match real good with the rest of the truck. It looks darker. We're going to fix that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get some tools. My plan is that I'm going to start with 220 grit on a palm sander, smooth that out, put some primer on there, gray primers, to lighten it up because it's already too dark. Lighten it up, and then we're going to use the orange to match what's already there. And then before we do the paint, we're going to wet sand with 600 before we put the base coat on. So let me get started here, and let's see where we're at. Alright, so here we're back. So here, I'm going to show here quick what I got going on here. So we went ahead and we already started with 220. We feathered this out, as you can see, and here, and got some bald spots. Then we're gonna have to somehow blend this up here. I got to work on that yet. But then I wet sanded it with 400. You can see it's pretty smooth. But what I want to do is we need to get this light to where it matches this door. Okay. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take primer and mist it. I want to get rid of that paint edge first, and then I'm going to show you a trick on how to mask it so you don't get that such a big edge where you blend it in, how to mask it up. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to mask it up, and when I get to that point, I'm going to show you guys a trick I'm going to try out to make it that way we don't get such a big line with the paint where we blend it. Alright guys, here we go. So we got this sanded here. Use the 220. If you look here, you can see it's hard to see with this shell. Let me close the door. It's hard to see, but here we feathered it out all the way down here. We were able to feather it out in that darn shadow. And then we went ahead and I sanded all this because this is not primer. This is the clear coat that's it. There was runs and divots and everything else in there. So I figured while it was there, I might as well go ahead and take care of those and get that as smooth as possible. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to wet. Alright guys, you can see we did some primering here. Did a little bit of masking as well. But this is what I want to explain. I don't know if I can get you the right camera angle here on this. So excuse me as I'm having a hard time with my camera. But if you look real close, if you look underneath here, that's where we're going to blend it. I moved the line up. Originally it was blended here. I'm going to sand that down because I got to sand here yet. A little bit of run marks. I got to sand here and get this edge off. And then what I'm going to show you, what I want to do is, this is where we're going to have this is where we're going to do our final blending, is this line here. Okay? What we want to do is we're going to stagger our tape. Okay? We're going to do some here, do some here, do some here. That way, like every 2 coats about is what I like to do. I peel a piece of tape off, then I spray, peel a piece of tape off. Then this I should be here with the clear and use this as the blending for the clear. That way, that's gonna, excuse my freaking camera's giving me a hard time. That way, when you do it that way, and when I tape it, I'm gonna try and have the camera angle for you that you can see how you stagger the tape. And then how you peel off between, I do every other coat, how you peel off, so that way when you finally do the final unmasking, your line won't be as noticeable as where you blend, and then you can also wet sand it then once it cures, and that line will darn near disappear. So I'm letting this set up, let me do a little more sanding, and we'll come back to this. Alright guys, I screwed up on the camera, so there's no audio on the last clip, but so I skipped ahead. I painted the base on it. It's hard to see with the shadows in it because I got to keep the door open. But we're ready for clear. And I want to do this segment to show you the trick I was going to show you. Maybe you can see here how this is all like fanned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this tape off, and it's going to expose that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that line for the clear on here, and that'll help blend that in and help make it disappear. So when we unmask this, it should be a smoother line, not such a rough line to transition into the paint that we're trying to go into that's already in the panel. Okay guys, so here we go. We unmasked it. Looks like we got a pretty good match here. Let's see if I can pan away a little bit and walk over. I think we did all right. Looks like it matches pretty good, panel to panel. Really not a noticeable difference in it. So yeah. So anyway, this is Big E. Hope you enjoyed. Now the truck matches much better than it did before. And we got to fix some runs. So, and learned a little bit about blending. So anyway, like and subscribe. Leave a comment, hit the notification bell. And until next time, watch out for each other, take care of each other. We see you next time right here on Big E's. Bye for now.
Take it from the top. Take it from the top.